guys, my name is Pipknot, and we're doing a live stream of some Dead by Daylight. I will primarily be playing the killer, of which I get to play my favorite, Michael Myers. I do have all of the characters for like all the killers and all of the survivors. I personally just like playing killer the most. But we're gonna see if we can get some blood points built up. I wanna try to get all of his perks and just get some items and stuff. Let me make sure. Let's see. That. And let's see if we can get into a game. Wait time on these can be a little bit long. Alright, looks like we got into one. Now we just gotta wait on this last guy to ready up. Alright. Y'all all get to see just how bad I actually am at this. Which I've done pretty good before. I've had a couple games where I've managed to hook all 4 of the survivors. For the most part though, I am pretty awful at this. Especially when I go up against people who actually know what they're doing. I'm just running around swinging a knife. Alright. Let's see. Got a pallet here. I'll probably go... I gotta pick out like 4 generators. Cycle in between... Oh, and I hate this area because of the corn. They walk in this and it's a game over for me. I have no clue where they've gone off to. Don't look like anybody went down here. Oh. Someone screwed up. They've probably already taken off. That's one of the things that gets me. I run toward the sound. Oh. Never mind, they got that generator up. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, he's Oh, gotcha. As long as they're in my sight, then that stock ability works. Where in the world? Yeah, see, and then that happens. I get juked out hard. Just gonna go ahead and damage that. Yeah, this is it right here. Oh, I guess I can just step through the window. Gotcha. Can I pick her up? There we go. Carry you to the hook. And then since I'm not a crappy player, I won't sit there and stalk her, but oh! I can probably damage this guy though. No, I might be able to down him too. Yeah. That's two of them hooked, and this person keeps screwing up on this generator, so... Yeah, they weren't in the locker. Nope, instead they were unhooking somebody. Or, no? I guess not. Gotcha! I'm just gonna... Where'd it go? Guys, this game is hard. Okay, so they're gonna do that. Go for the unhook. There they are. Now, can I get them in my sight, please? Come on, just stay in my line of view. A little bit longer. There we go. Oh, what? Just render that pallet unusable. You stabbed. This'll be, I think, her second hook, so if they don't get to her pretty fast, she done for. Take a look at all these generators. Oh. I'll leave her to bleed, and I'll go after him. Oh. She done probably crawled off. Can I hear anywhere? No, I can't. They only need one more generator though, so I'm gonna have to be on these things. Nope, nope, get off that generator! Go ahead and damage that. just gonna have to cycle between these three, because they gotta go for him if they want to get out. Yeah, it looks like they picked up that one person. I don't see her anywhere in here. I got a feeling they're probably not going to try and touch that middle one, because these are the two farthest ones apart. They're going to run straight for these. Yep, I think I just... Yep. So now if I run back, I should be able to insta-down the one person, if they're back on it. I gotta get them from an angle where they can't really run, and nope, that ain't gonna work. I didn't get stunned. Cut these corners. Oh. Let me pick it up. Every second I waste doing this, they're probably on a generator. I'd say this farthest one's probably the one I need to go for. Yep, they got him off the hook. Yeah, they ain't touched this middle one yet. Yep. So now they're gonna make a run for all the exits. I should have did that a lot earlier. Yeah, they're probably, yep, they out. I'll just go ahead and get my stock meter up. Won't do me any good, but... Well, go ahead and run if you're gonna run. I'll just stalk at him. I actually wonder if I'll be able to hit either of them. Oh! Last one. Got it. expecting her to dash around that corner. Yeah, Michael Myers got that swag walk. He's like, I got my one kill. I can die happy. Ooh, tier 5 unlocked. Now for these infinite loading screens. Now I got the Abhorrent Outcasts. I thought about buying the season pass for this, but I really just haven't determined if it's worth it. But they gave us some points for our blood web. That gives us a new slot. We're running save the best for last, play with your food. And I think the next one is... yeah, Dying Light. I'm gonna run that one. Grants. Gain a 33% action speed bonus to unhooking and healing others. What? Obsession. All survivors who is not obsession get 2% penalties to repairs, healing, and sabotage speeds for each token. Oh, okay. And then for my last one, whenever I unlock that, I really don't know what I'm going to run with all these. I'm doing both of these, and they basically up my movement speed while I stalk. And yeah, go ahead and do that for the brutality blood point bonus. And actually, for this game, I still debate on whether I like the outfit that he's got for this one, the escaped patient one, or just his regular jumpsuit. I mean, the original jumpsuit's the iconic one, but this one also, if you've ever watched any of the movies, I think it was not the last one, but the one before, he was in the patient gown. So we can see how this one goes. God, I thought that last person wasn't ever gonna ready up. These survivors, I can be kind of sneaky on here. Getting them... I think one of the strategies is picking out like 4 generators that are kind of close together or that have a direct path to walk in between them. And you kind of gotta go in between all 4 of them because regardless, they're pretty well gonna get a couple generators. But if you can keep 4 of them pretty well locked down, they eventually have to go for one of them. And that's your best chance to try and knock someone down. Coal tower. So I'm right next to... I'm right next to one. I'm gonna go ahead and say I let them get the one that's up there, because I'm not trying to chase people through multiple floors. Probably that generator, and then these 3 over here have pretty straightforward paths. She can get away as long as she stays in my line of sight, though. That's all I need. No, come back. I might as well go ahead and damage this. They're going for... Actually, they're pretty well going for all the ones I'm trying to keep them off of. Oh, she saw me. God, they almost got this one finished. I don't see him on this one. I can take it they might be in. Nope. Nope, but they got that one finished. So, since that one's now done, I gotta stick in between these. There we go. No! There we go. That hook right there is pretty close. And it's a little bit far away from the generators. Yep, there's another one done. Oh, I hit the wall. So she's unhooked. I gotta go back there again. Oh, I can with her on me. She might wiggle out of this. I don't think I'm gonna get to that hook and... Yep. I'm gonna say forget her, go for this one over here. Oh. There we go. Just gotta stay on her. finished it? Oh, they only need one more and they'll probably get it. What? No. That is strictly forbidden. You're the one that got away last time, too. Oh. They've been on this one. I can't damage it. I can hear her somewhere around here. There she is. Dang it. Okay, so I'm close to one of the doors. Yep, and she's going for it. Maybe? Maybe not. Oh, it's not building up because I've already been on her for so long. Yeah, I'm fine with missing. Oh, there's all of them. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh. Come on, let me make it. No. Nope, can't let you go. I gotta get at least one of you. Yep. It's gonna be you. Can I get her? Can I get her? No! Okay, one of them is still down though. No! Okay, they're all gone. Yeah, they're all gone. No, let me get her. Let me pick her up. You gotta be kidding me. Darn. Oh, I get 15,000 blood points off that right there. I haven't looked at the chat yet for the stream. Let's see how that's going. And I've already got one person in chat saying do better. I should do better. So I got, yeah, that, what's this one? I guess it automatically gives me the reward for that once I complete it. While controlling Victor, bounce on 4 survivors as the twins. It's 25,000 for that. Knock down 10 survivors. I would have to play the twins though, and I've never played them. So I could either do that one, or I could do knockout. I'll let the chat decide. Am I doing spring into action or knockout? I may go spring into action. Give me a reason to play the twins. I never played them before. God, they got a difficulty rating of very hard. Hey, look, the twins start with 3 personal perks: Hoarder, Oppression, and Coup de Grace. Let's see, protect what little you have and are attentive to any disturbance of your stockpile. Survivors reveal their locations when they interact with a chest or when they pick up an item within 32 meters of your location. And there's 2 additional chests in the environment, so they basically get more items. But that gives me more chances to find them. I have no items for the twins. But here's a good way to get some. Slightly decrease the density. Yeah, we'll go with that. Or actually, I go with that. And let's see how crappy this one goes. And I got to pounce on 4 survivors. Well, I'll be readied. Now let's just see how long it takes them to ready up. Gosh, I do not like the sounds that thing is making. Escape K grants 100% bonus blood points to all categories. I might have to invest in better internet speeds. Any day now it'll load, I'm sure of it. Alright, so I'm next to one generator. We got one there, one there. These are gonna be hard to cluster together. Unbind Victor. Oh, no. God, this thing is crazy. I wonder if this will work. Nope, that didn't work. God, he's so weird to control. What? Oh, okay. What was that? Oh, it locks her in there. Okay, let him have it. I don't care. Oh, I got a short. Okay. What are you serious? I don't even care about winning. I just want the blood points. Oh, but I run slower when I do that. Got one! Ooh, and it gives me a little pulse tracker as to where they're at. So I can do that. Send him out, he can run faster. That's pretty cool. so he can just straight up down them. Where'd she go? There she went. Oh, and I can't vault. That's cheap. That is so cheap. Man, I might as well stop trying to go after her. Another person for me to pounce on? Are you? Dang it. This is difficult. Go ahead. Damage mine. Got another one. Gosh, this so now they're going for this one. Oh! Let's see if I can do that again. Well, that almost would have got him. There we go. I think I've at least damaged all of them. And I know exactly which one they're trying to go for. Or I don't, and I'm just really stupid. Probably no chance I get any of them. Dang, she got away. Well, they all escaped. But I got that. So I guess that was my one reason to play the twins. I can see how if you know how to combo using that with hitting people, constantly having a track on them, that could be really busted. And just being able to straight up lock somebody in the lockers. Because you find them while they're hidden in the lockers, that's like an instant grab. You instantly get to hook them after that. So now I can either do knockout or cat and mouse. Complete a total of 120 seconds of the following as survivor or killer. Be chased by the killer, chase survivors. Then there's add a site. Knock down 10 survivors. I think I'll go with that one. And then I can do that and go up into that. Or what's this one? Benevolence or malice. Earn a total of 3 of the following. Alright. And I can get off of this and go back to Michael. Let's see what he had. Save the best for... I need to get that. Memorial flowers. Oh, but then that locks me out of X. No one escapes. That locks me out of that. And I could go for brutal strength. And I need more points to go for any of these. So at least I got these up to 2 now. How many of these do I have? So I got 2 of those. And 3 of these. Cast on the entity to prevent the appearance of 2 chests. Tremendously increase the chance of spawning the hatch in the main building of the map. I'll go with that. And I've got to knock down 10 survivors. Wouldn't think that would be very hard. But knowing me, I'm fixing to get in a game with 4 NBA players. I'm never going to touch any of them. They just gonna wait out the clock on this one, the last two? Yeah. Oh, never mind. Alright, time to see how crappy we do on this one. I need to find a more efficient way of doing my stock ability with him, because I usually end up seeing me before I get that third one. That his 3 is ridiculous once you get his stock all the way up. Just being able to instantly down anybody you touch. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these 4 are pretty close together. Either someone's really bad with their skill checks, or that was meant to lure me away. And most of the people who play this game are not that bad at skill checks, so I'm gonna take that as a lure. Pretty much just make a perimeter around these 4 generators. Oh, yep, saw me. Dang it. Come back and let me look at you. Oh, okay, didn't use the pallet. Go ahead and render that unusable, and I'm gonna give up on that chase. That's not worth it. Not to risk them getting any more of these generators. Anybody's on that one. That one. Yeah, you got it. But at what cost? Sees ya. I get back to this generator. Putting on it. Someone was. Let's get you to your new home. Are you kidding me? They didn't go for that like I thought they would. The damages. No, never mind. Ah, that didn't down her. Alright, they only need 2 more generators. There's these 2, right? There's these 3 right here, so I gotta pretty much camp these 3, which is kind of crappy, but you gotta do what you gotta do. They're all just gonna go and heal each other up. That's a lure trying to lure me away. These 3 generators shan't be touched. Even if they complete that one up there, which is actually probably the one they're all on, yeah, I can hear it. I might have scared them out. Get the damage off, get back to my gens. Well, I guess I can take that down. I got some generators to camp. Oh, wow. Nah, I can't risk this. Okay. We want to go heal each other up. I'm gonna stay between these generators. Nope. That would have been a pallet drop right fast. Oh, get off that gen. % of loot. Yep. So she went this way. Which means they're gonna loop around over here. Yep. They're gonna go for this one. Or maybe they went for the middle. Just like stock out. Yep. And then I run for this third. No one's on it though. Oh. Where'd she go? Oh, there's a totem there. Probably went back for this generator, I would think. No. This one maybe? Yep. Can I get her next to this though? 'Cause that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. That's almost done. Did they drop a pallet? Okay. Dang it. That's gonna run out on me. Okay, she's running that way. Let me stalk you. Okay, so she's going over here for this probably. Nope. Yeah, just let her crawl away, I guess. That's all you get. Got 3 out of 4. Out of 4, not bad. I definitely think that was a pretty good one. did I need to knock down? I got 8, so I need to knock down more. Increase the range of the lunge attack. So I'll be able to get that. And I'll use that one. Probably, this will probably be the last one. All I gotta do is knock down 2 of them. I guess I'll wait on them. Nope, never mind. This game goes. It'd be pretty nice if I managed to get all 4 of them on this. I think I've done it one time with Michael, and it was because I guess they kinda threw the game because I got my stock ability off, and then they all 4 crowded around me. I don't know if they were just trying to throw the game or were attempting to like taunt me or something, but I just downed all 4 of them on the spot because I couldn't get away fast enough. So I went through and hooked about 3 of them and then let the 3rd one just kind of bleed out. It's probably a gamble because I never would have known if that one had Unbreakable, which lets them pick themselves up without having to have someone help them. Oh, and it's one of these big maps. Let's see if I stock, if anybody can be seen. So I'm definitely going to go with this generator, seeing as it is right next to the door. I'll get this one. This one. The others are a little farther away, though. God, they all spawned really far away from each other. I hear one of them going, though. Looks to be that one up there. Yep, they done got one. I probably picked the 3 worst ones to try and guard. Yeah, there ain't anybody on these. Which means she's probably back on that one, honestly. No? Okay. Oh, hello. Let's go up here then. Let's see if I can get her. Yay! God dang, they only need one more. So they ain't on any of these. Someone's probably going for the unhook right now. I might be able to catch them. Nope. Okay. I don't want them to think that I'm sitting here camping the body. Which is, I mean, exactly what I'm doing, but I try not to. These are the only 3 generators left and ain't no one on them. And honestly, with the whole, like, camping the one person that's on a hook, I've never understood. Which I do get that it's kind of unfair because they're gonna want to go and unhook them. And if I'm sitting there just camping the body so that no one can get to it, it forces the sacrifice. Okay, you're stupid. So I kind of understand how it's could be looked at as like crappy to do. But at the same time, it's a game where I'm trying to win and they're trying to win. And since only one of us can actually win, I mean, I don't see why, I guess, sitting there stalking a body on a hook. Because, I mean, it does nothing but basically make the killer lose the game if they do it. Where are they at? But at this point, I mean, the hook just happens to be next to one of the generators, and I'm trying to keep the generators from going. So it looks like I'm sitting there camping the body when I'm not initially trying to. Oh, hello. They're gonna go for the unhook. I can try to get some of my stock off on them. Or maybe not. I have no clue where they went. one of them. Yeah, they got the unhook. They were most likely gonna get it anyway, but... If they were smart, personally, I would try to get every single person on one generator just to make that thing go as fast as possible. Because if they're only one away, and I guess the objective is to just keep me from getting all of them, getting on one generator and just plowing it to completion probably be the smartest thing right now. At this point, I can probably cut it down to just camping 2 generators. I don't think they're going to go for that one on the door. They're going to go for this farthest one, and most likely that middle one. They're all healthy, so it's going to take me 2 hits to get any. This one person, wherever they've got a place that they're running off to, is pretty smart. Could I stalk you just a little bit more? No? Okay. There we go. They're probably back on that generator, and I still believe I need to knock down at least one more. And honestly, they might have went for this one by now. No, not even a little. Dang it. So if there's a door right there, and I got a feeling they're not gonna go for this door, that means they went for the other one. Oh! Okay. No one at all? Yeah, I knew I saw someone. Where did you go, friend? I'm not gonna open the gate for them. That would be stupid. Dang it! I just needed one more down. Well, I ain't getting it, I can tell you that much. Oh, maybe that would count. Sure did. But I'm probably gonna make that one the last game. I can go ahead and do a little update. Since I stopped, or since I completed the Dark Souls playthrough I was doing on the channel, I've been gone for a little bit. I've been playing the crap out of Elden Ring, because I wanted to do that for the channel. And it's very, very difficult. I have completed the game, I think, 3 times now. The reason I haven't started recording videos for it, though, to put on the channel to do a playthrough, is because I've yet to 100% the game. I cannot, for the life of me, beat Melina. And I honestly still struggle with a bunch of just the basic bosses in the game. Which, after watching me play Dark Souls, if you think I'm good at Dark Souls, I am, because I've played it so long that I just know the moveset for all the enemies, including the DLC in Dark Souls 1. 2, Dark Souls 2 I've never actually beaten. 3 I've beaten, but I still struggle with Gale and Midir. And Elden Ring is just an entirely different thing. The map is ginormous. There's so much stuff I haven't even found or scratched the surface of. And usually for playthroughs I want to try and 100% the game. Most likely I'll start trying to record some videos for it, but I
A gust of wind
highly
tussles
doubt...
the leaves in the forest.
What is this?
Charlotte is heading west, as far from the temple. A gust of wind tussles the leaves in the forest.
Oh, I
Charlotte
guess
is heading west, as far from...
But, I might start doing some videos for it. I just may not 100% the game. Just do a basic run-through of it for the channel. And then after doing Elden Ring, then I'll go back through. I want to beat Dark Souls 2 before I record videos for it, because if I cannot reliably beat it, which I've never beaten it even once, it would just be one of those things where I would be recording videos of me dying for 30 minutes to an hour straight and making no progress, and that's just not going to be fun to watch. So I'm gonna try to record some Elden Ring, and then most likely I will go for probably Dark Souls 3. Probably record some videos for that. Practice on 2 while I'm doing those. And then 2 will end up being the last one. I know that does that out of order. But I play a lot of different games. I do Dead by Daylight, all of the Dark Souls, Smite. Probably my all-time favorite game is Undertale. I may record some Undertale. I may stream that and put up streams of that while I'm doing videos for the other games. Because Undertale is just one of those games that since it came out, I have absolutely loved it. And I know there's a lot more people that absolutely hate it. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion on it. Personally, I like it just because I like the way the story was developed. And I've watched Deltarune and Chapter 2 for Deltarune. I've never actually played those. But once that full game comes out, that's gonna definitely be something I'll consider playing. Honestly, there's a bunch of games I'd like to play for the channel, but unfortunately I'm only one person. I can't play them all. I have no editing skills whatsoever and can't don't necessarily have the funds to hire an editor for my videos. I did actually have, one of my friends made me a little banner, kinda, that I'm probably gonna put up as the banner on the YouTube channel. It'll, like, where I've got the Pipknot gaming and it's got that, like, swirly background. One of my friends made one that I might replace that with. But she made some of the stuff for the Twitch, like a little offline thing for when I'm offline, so I'm not using Twitch's default one. And she made a little thing that goes at the beginning of it for when I haven't started the stream yet. Once I figure out how to use those, I'm going to implement those. I'm really wanting to get a camera so that you can actually see my face, and just set this up like a legitimate YouTube channel. But as of right now, I don't know how to edit. I've pretty much only got my voice to go on the videos. So, you know, starting out small, but hopefully I get enough subscribers, just play some fun games. I pretty much, as of right now, do this as a hobby, seeing as I'm a assistant manager at a Domino's, which I'm content with as of right now. I would like to eventually just do YouTube as a job, but you gotta start out slow, and it can take years before your channel ever grows, and then YouTube recognizes you as, oh, hey, yeah, this guy's worth paying. And then there's sponsors. I'd like to get sponsors. But everybody starts out somewhere. You start out small and then hopefully turn into something more, which is definitely something I would like to do. But as of right now, I'm content with how I'm doing this. I will slowly, as I'm able to, make little upgrades to the channel, little upgrades to my streams, try to get some faster internet speeds, better quality videos. Just kind of roll with it as I go. I go through here and get... What's that one do? Increase the range of the lunge attack. Increase the duration of the evil within by 10 seconds. Increase the amount of evil required to reach evil within 3 for the first time by 50%. So it increases the duration for how long it lasts, but increases how much it takes to actually get it. Or I could just stick with that and just have increased movement speed, or rate at which the evil is gained. Wait a minute. Evil Within 2 reveals survivor's aura when stalking within a 16-meter range. Evil Within cannot progress past tier 2. For each hit score event, grant 100% blood points in the brutality category. It's an additional 150% blood points in the... Ooh. So I never actually hit my 3, I can never insta-down anybody, but it's still pretty good. What did I actually get? Blood web is here. No, it doesn't tell me. 13. So I need 2 more to get that last perk slot. But this has been my little stream for Dead by Daylight. I've been Pipknot, signing out.